It seems like something an evil person would do.
Well, maybe this is the beginning of our villain arc.
I did just get access to a bunch of like necromancy type spells and stuff.
I mean, Thorolf is a vampire.
I thought about throwing some of those in, but I think I'm gonna not.
Okay, welcome in everybody. This is Doors to Divinity, Chapter 3, Episode 16. Looks like I got the map fixed there. All right, last time, let's let East. You want to do the recap for us, bro?
I kind of let me think.
He's gotta wake up first.
Okay. How about Eric?
Yes.
Eric, you feel okay doing it?
Well, sure. I
Oh,
mean, I can
actually,
give
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Go
kill
ahead,
a
Ace.
handsome dude. There's a handsome dude. He's an old guy, but we feed him an apple, and then he become a handsome dude, and then we kill him. I remember that.
Nostradamus.
Oh yeah, because he took the stone people who were Brlyis' family that Brlyis turned to stone. He was using them to power some sort of force field, and we tried to reason with them, but
Yes.
people listen to reason. So
And he's like a creeper. He's like, oh, your wife now is a stone, and I love your stone wife, and he's mine now. Like that. I'm like, what the fuck? And we kill him.
Yes.
I hope it's not going too far to say it, but I was not a fan of his behavior.
Also, something of note: the previous session, you guys left behind. It was Rig's sister and brother.
Oh yeah.
I just want to make sure you all remember that because that was an important thing. I think it was Brlyis
What
that
did we do?
discovered it, but didn't say anything to the party.
What? They're dead bodies?
Yeah, their mushroom
stone?
body.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I forgot if our character actually know that.
Your characters don't. I think only Brlyis, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I think Brlyis would have said it. He just would have. There was a lot going on at that moment, and he was distracted because the ogre that he saw as a sun figure betrayed him.
Right.
Yeah.
Something to keep in
Got
mind
it.
for maybe moving forward, since that information hasn't been given to Rig yet officially.
I also, when Nostradamus died, his we could see like a visible spirit like wafting away, like similar to like a vampire's like smoke cloud,
Mm.
and
we captured
utilizing some. I think I used like some magic. I can't remember what I used,
I remember you put it in the bottle.
but yeah, basically I used the puff of wind from prestidigitation to blow the spirit into the bottle, and I
Yes.
captured his spirit in a bottle. So it is able to be contained with material objects, which is interesting. So maybe it's not like a full spirit or something. I don't even know. But we have it, and we'll take it to somebody who knows more than us.
Okay. Fair.
I guess, actually, could I, things have died down, right? We're, safe. This is, the aftermath of the battle. Is that
Things
where
have
we
died
left
down.
off?
Yeah. Mostly. You
We
haven't
haven't-
really
we haven't
explored the rest of
rested.
it. But...
Yeah, we haven't rested or anything either. Can I kind of Can I kind of examine the bottle and the spirit more closely?
Yeah.
Just from a
Arcana?
magic perspective, yeah.
It could be infused into an item or an object. You don't know how to do this yourself, but you believe it's possible.
I believe the Smiths and Stoneguard would be the best available resource to ask about it. I'm also highly suspicious of putting a soul into an item and what that might do to the item. Considering whose soul it is and what we've already seen with Gruzlock,
Yeah.
it could give him agency. I'm not sure. He seems like very much more magically inclined than Gruzlock is, so I don't know what he would be able to do from being a conscious object. Seems like a cursed item type of deal. But I'm curious about it. Definitely gonna hold on to it.
Okay.
You could put his soul into the Gruzlock stick. Then he would have to live with Gruzlock.
Nice.
Nah, we're definitely not doing that. No way we're doing that.
Do it.
I mean, I don't mind.
Do it. Do
I
it.
don't mind a roommate.
Dude,
It's kind of, this kind of big stick here.
it seems like a terrible idea for so many reasons. But yeah, let's maybe take a short rest and try and check out these statues more. Like, I mean, we don't have a way of unturning them, do we?
There was a staff.
Oh, there was a staff.
Staff.
Okay. A staff of specifically just like a staff. I'm gonna cast Identify on it. Tell us what it is.
A staff. A staff of petrification.
Specifically, what does it do though? I get to know like everything about it with Identify, basically.
Okay.
I learn all of its properties and how to use them, how many charges it has, if any.
Okay.
Whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. The item was created by a spell. I learned which spell created it.
It is in the shared treasure for you to look at.
Oh, perfect.
Because you are
there's
not.
a lot of stuff in here now.
There is. It's called the Rod of Petrification. It is a weathered and necrotic energy. The rod has 3 charges and regains all expended charges at dawn. As an action, you can point the rod toward a creature you can see within 60 feet of you and expend 1 charge. That creature must succeed on a DC 13 con save or become petrified for a minute. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Now, that's for you guys. The sorcerer who had this item was able to do it indefinitely because of his own personal abilities.
Cause plot.
So
this does not contain a way to unpetrify very explicitly.
Very explicitly. But you can explore the rest of the compound, and you can see what you can possibly find.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully there's something here. But if not, backup plan, I feel like between me and Dongon and all the mages at the mage school, we could maybe tinker with this staff enough to get it to do a reversal spell. But that involves dragging these statues. It's basically a several weeks journey, right? Basically. At least 2 weeks, right? Back to Stoneguard.
It would take a long time, yeah.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I have ways to make it, like, feasible. Like, we can do it. I have spells that will assist us in that, but
okay.
It's still fucked. Well, I reckon we should take a little quick short rest and
yeah, I need short rest.
Perhaps explore the rest of the compound after that.
Prince Elman's here? This doesn't seem like a great place to rest. I mean, look around. You guys are kind of looking up above you. You are enclosed, by the way. This compound is the base of the statue that rises up over this area of the Shadowlands. And inside, it is very dimly lit with flickering torchlight. You could see around corners, you could see like a hallway up here. There's a broken door leading into a room. You hear no one else inside of this building. It is eerie, but it appears to be quiet enough.
Can you remind me how I remember we went through the portal.
Yep.
And it led straight here.
You guys walked about 12 hours or so, I would say.
In the Shadowlands?
Yeah. Across a desolate landscape.
Yeah. Didn't we have something to, like, prevent the creatures from attacking us? The shadow creatures?
No, but you did encounter a very strange glowing orb, which was lighting the general area. And it was like a collection of
right.
spirits or souls.
Yeah.
And you guys were able to free the souls. They're just scattered
we did
throughout now, like
Yeah,
like
what
little
did-
fairies floating around.
do you remember how we did that specifically? I do remember that now. There was like the souls were collected and we basically freed them and now they're spread. But
You killed the Nostradamus, and
oh, that's what did it. Okay.
yeah, I think that's what did it.
Okay.
You released his grip on it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I reckon unless you want to go trek all the way back through the Shadowlands, but perhaps let's clear this building and then we'll take a short rest and then we'll venture back. Hopefully, we can find a way to make these Brlyis' family members here unpetrified. But if not, we got an arduous task ahead of us.
Okay. So rest first.
Explore the clear the compound,
Okay.
and then short rest, and then back.
Okay. Where are you going? Why don't each
Well,
of
I
you
guess-
go ahead and place your characters in front of the room that you would like to explore?
I probably just follow Kamaji.
Okay.
Ralph is gonna follow Rig, and I guess Brlyis would be hanging along.
Well, I guess Elman would go with Rig. All right.
You can go with Kamaji, son, if you want.
No, I should follow you, King Rig. I am your, what was my title again?
I'm just gonna go ahead and call you Slugger.
That's not. I thought I was #1 rookie. Wait a second. You're making this up every time I ask you. You know what? The names
Slugger.
that you come up with aren't sticking. I think it's about time that I just become your royal protector.
Is that already his royal protector?
Well, he
You
could
can
use
be my
two,
assistant.
can he? Left and right. Forward and back.
Ralph here already protects both my left and my right side. I'm gonna call you Champ.
Champ. I'm the champion of Stoneguard. That has a nice ring to it, Rig. Thank you. As you guys walk in, go ahead and roll an investigation check on the room. Prince, so Rig is kind of like, maybe I don't know how Rig's feeling, but he doesn't notice anything in this room per se. Maybe Prince Elmond is distracting him. He like runs over to this table it's got dust all over it, and he brushes the dust back, and there's this huge map unscrawled on top of the table. It's got a knife sticking into it, and you can see that it's a map of the entire Shadowlands right there for you to look at. It has names and everything. It's completely, well, I wouldn't say completely revealed. There are places that are not revealed on it, but there are significant portions of the map that are revealed.
The map has fog of war.
In a sense, it's got like detailed roads on certain areas, but maybe not on all of them. I am going to show you large amounts of it, though. The first area.
Map dump.
The first area is the Pantheon of Eternal Night, which appears to be where you are currently located. The next is the Citadel of Bricka. There's a few others here. Actually, this whole area is fairly revealed. I'm just revealing each of the locations that are of importance or noteworthy.
You froze for a second for me.
Oh, really? I don't know why. Weird.
Tower of the Goblin King. Druid's Grove, right next to Toxic Waste.
Some of them are pretty funny. Just gonna do this.
Damn, this place is huge.
Let me see.
We could spend the whole campaign down here. Are we shadow people now?
Ooh.
Could be.
We have more of this uncovered than we do of our own freaking world.
You do.
Yeah, what the hell?
We never found a map of our world.
We found some.
That's true.
I just don't want you to see some of it, but most of it's...
I'll tell you what, whoever lived in this house here, or whatever we're in, this statue, they've been around. They know some shit. They were powerful if they know this much. Either
These
that or,
are
like,
Oh.
these are leaders of the, you know, of Rin the Nightwalker, so they would know a lot.
And probably,
Oh.
you know, maybe this room is like not much go around. It's a boring place.
I guess that's true because this is Ren the Nightwalker's realm.
Yep.
So I mean, he's probably just flying around in here. He knows everything.
Yeah, he knows most everything. These are all, I would say that all of this territory that you can see is what Rin the Nightwalker controls. He does appear to have specific locations noted on the map on the very, very far east, which include the holy city of Khatun, the castle of Airy Ruin, P Bluff Tower, and Kfeld. And some of this sea.
Oh, over there. I see.
Some of this bay. And let me make sure there's nothing down here. Oh, and SETI too. SETI.
Can you is there a way to take a screenshot of this and put it in the chat? Like, do you have a higher resolution than this? So we can reference this? Or
Yeah,
is this,
I
like,
can.
is that
I can upload it into the Discord if you wanted it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Just because this seems like this is just a lot, and I feel like it's gonna come up later, and we'd like to reference it.
Sure. So the things that are
I
like
love
just
this. I love
circles
this stuff.
over the right, those are like maybe cities that are not fully under the Nightwalker's control. Everything else that's like completely revealed is territory and it's basically an empire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is his realm. Like, he
This
literally
is realm.
controls this realm.
Yep.
I guess we don't fully know what that means, though, because, I mean, after seeing, Alir and stuff, in the Cloud Coast, it's I mean, yes, they're, gods of a sort, but they don't really have, total control over their realm.
They're demi deities.
Rakana and all those, yeah. And Punk, they were not nearly as...
They're powerful, but they're, basically, yeah, they're powerful. They're just not, they're not, all knowing or anything. He probably doesn't know we're here right now unless he's got us, got something on us. We've already picked up a cursed item type of thing.
True.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, back in the other ruins, go ahead and roll an investigation check for Kamaji and Brlyis.
Investigation.
And Ruin.
Yeah. 8.
Ruin, you're kind of staring at Kamaji longingly as he's sifting through the dusty room. Kamaji, however, doesn't seem to notice you at all as he walks over to the corner. He finds a table full of alchemical supplies. Roll an Arcana check. You find a strange-looking gemstone. Can you roll insight? Or, sorry, maybe perception would be better?
Geology check.
Yeah.
Perception, you said?
Perception.
What about if it's like just I don't know what you're getting at, but if it's like a trying
Nature?
to discern what? Yeah, I was gonna say nature.
Nature would work.
Oof, man.
It's a curious looking gemstone. You think that it perhaps has some value. You would
Is
feel
it
that it might be
shiny?
wise to. Yeah, it's shiny. Yeah, it glows.
What kind of color is it? And like
It's a crystal, like a white transparent crystal,
like glass, or is it like
like a diamondish. That sort of.
okay? So it has some
transparency.
opacity.
Yeah, a little bit, but
I'm just gonna write shiny diamond stone.
you don't
I'm
really
keeping it
quite
for
make
sure.
the connection. But it does seem to
Ooh.
like.
You know what I'll do?
Yep.
I'm gonna just I'm just gonna cast detect magic on it because I feel like I would do that.
Sure.
Just in general.
You know that this
Just
can
have it
be
up.
fitted on top of the staff of petrification or the rod of petrification. It can replace whatever crystal or stone is on top of that rod.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna immediately try that and then cast identify on the rod.
It becomes the rod of unpetrification. Depetrification. Not sure what the right word is for it. For
I
that.
feel like depetrification sounds right to me, but
Let's
I
see.
don't even know. Like, what's the opposite of like something like a petrified thing?
I think
a
it's
wet noodle?
depetrification. Yeah, it's depetrification.
The rod of wet noodles.
So you now can switch this out. It takes a minute to switch out the crystal.
Oh, no problem. All right, I'm gonna immediately go. Oh, I'm just gonna go, Brlyis, take this rod and go see your family. Cast this rod on them. You only have 3 charges, so make sure you don't miss.
All right, I'm gonna go do that then. Brlyis goes running out.
I'm gonna be like, Ruin, let's go watch now.
Okay, so you're going over. What are you going to do, Brlyis?
I mean, if the rod is gonna bring him back, I'm gonna use it.
Okay. When you use the rod of depetrification, the statue begins to almost change this color as your wife comes to life in front of your eyes. Your children begin to rub their eyelids as if they'd woken from a very long sleep. And they look
How
up
many
at you.
kids?
There's 2 of them,
He
right?
has 2.
They look
He
up at
has
you.
the son of He also petrified his brother-in-law Randy, and he is not wasting one of the 3 on that.
We haven't found Randy yet.
Okay, well that's all right there. I don't need to find him.
His brother-in-law.
Mother?
He,
Where are we? Oh, I don't know, sweetheart. It's okay. She looks up at you, your wife, and she goes, and let me roll something for this. Let's see if she recognizes you, because you used to be...
I'm slightly different looking. I look basically like Brlyis, who's a little taller, a little bit less.
You were a halfling?
No, I was a halfling, and now I'm a human.
Now you're human, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Brlyis, is that you? It can't be your
Oh
son.
yeah, you won't believe what I went through to get you back there, darling.
Oh my.
I miss you so much.
The children kind of look up at you, shocked and somewhat scared at first. Then they realize it's you. They run towards you and hug your legs. You've reunited with your family after a very, very long time.
I can't believe it's you, little Brandon, little Sabra there, and little Brandon, little Claire there, and there's my wife Sabra. Come here and take a look, guys. I brought him back.
Wow, I'll be damned. I'm so happy for you, Brlyis. I'm glad we could make this happen for you. Thank God we went through that portal.
I feel like this is the moment full of emotion, so Thorolf, you can go hug him. I'm gonna stand over here.
Yes.
I'm happy from a distance.
Oh.
Wait, this hug is from me. I'm from King Rig. And he gives Brlyis a hug.
What does Brlyis do?
Oh, thank you there. He's just very emotional. I can't believe I finally brought him back after all this time there. And he hugs Thorolf, but then he pushes him away to like hug the kids and his wife, and he's telling them, "So you know, there, this guy here, Kamaji, he's learning a bit about shoes, you know. I mean,
I sure am.
he doesn't know, you know, about the fine copying part. That's the last making method, where the measurements of the last form are precisely transformed to the new last by the machine. But you know, that's advanced stuff, and he wouldn't know that yet." And
I tell you what.
Claire,
I'll tell you what, this is making me tear up just the same as an expertly crafted welt, which is the piece of material that covers the stitch seam that connects to the upper sole.
it sure is.
It's just so beautiful.
I'm so happy for you,
so one of
Brlyis.
these days, Kamaji, I'm going to give you your own pair of welt needles, which are curved needles just over 3 inches long.
Don't you go making me cry anymore than I already am.
Oh my god.
Rig just looks around. I kind of miss Nuzlocke, I guess.
Where the heck's East?
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone just stayed in there. I'm looking for treasure. Screw you.
That's something she would do. Prince Elman walks up. He's like, "Congratulations, Brlyis. I'm so excited that you got your family back, but how did they end up here, out of all the places?"
You know, I was wondering that a real mean guy whose spirit we captured there said something about bringing him here for a force field. I don't understand how he knew they were there or how he brought them. But I do want to introduce you to my kids here. This is Brandon. He reminds me of you, just a few years younger, and this is Claire. She doesn't remind me of you particularly.
Yeah, except I'm a lot older and more skilled with the sword, right?
You're sure a lot older than both of them.
Yeah, more skilled with the sword. You okay?
Okay, if you say so.
I lose my coffee. I grabbed my coffee and smack on the wall and dropped on the ground and coffee everywhere. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh my god.
I roll a net 1 on grabbing coffee.
That sucks, dude.
Acrobatic fail. I only got like 1 sip and they're all gone.
Oh,
Man.
that sucks. Well, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
The worst thing is I can't blame anyone. I cannot like, fuck you, McDonald, or fuck you, the deliver guy. No, it's all on me.
Well, they just depetrified Brlyis's wife and children.
Wait, what? So
Yeah.
they become they become
They're
not
alive.
statue.
They're alive.
Oh, nice.
They're halflings now, you know.
Nice. Wait, but you're not halfling anymore.
No, he's a human. He looks almost exactly the same. He's a little taller. His feet are a little bit smaller and less hairy.
He's probably like a good about 2 feet taller, probably. And probably because of that, looks a lot less stocky.
Yep. Yeah, he looks like he's been working out, but it's just the new body type. But like his face is almost exactly the same. He still looks like a middle-aged guy with like.
Like, what's your strength?
Oh, all of my stats stayed the same basically.
I know. I'm
my
just
strength-
curious. Like,
11.
Yeah,
Plus
so
0.
yeah. So you're like, you know, slightly athletic human, whereas like before you were like halflings would just be like you'd just be like a little stockier. I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was more powerfully built to the halflings. Like wow, but
Well, why
as a
is
human?
stocky?
Short.
Stocky's like short and wide.
Oh.
The muscle says hi to everyone. What's up, Trident? Okay, so you guys are standing here. You're having this heartfelt reunion with your long-lost family, Brlyis. The mystery still remains. How did they end up in the Shadowlands? Clearly, someone knew about you. Perhaps they had some foresight about the part you will be playing in the future. It's hard to say. But you have outwitted them. You were able to get to the Shadowlands and find your family regardless. Though it is kind of strange. I'd like you to roll an insight check. Just see if you have any kind of idea about...
Everyone?
Maybe everyone could roll this.
I'm also just because I can as Brlyis going to use my. I'm lucky now instead of having halfling luck. I have got a feat here. Just might as well use it. And let's see then.
Man, I've been rolling really bad this session. I've rolled one roll over a like 4 out of like 6 rolls.
Yeah, definitely not doing as good as that last time when I was drawing 20s like left and right.
Ruin, you have some insight on this. You know that being who you are, right? You covet things. You understand that when somebody wants something, all you have to do is kind of dangle something out in front of them, right?
Yeah.
In order to get them
money.
to fall into a trap. Though Brlyis didn't know the location of his family, the fact that they're here sort of suggests that maybe they were going to be used against Brlyis on purpose to do something nefarious.
Oh. Like how I know this from his family?
You know this because you suspect that somebody's using Brlyis's family to draw him here. Brlyis didn't know that they were here, so perhaps that suggests that they knew they were going to come here before they came.
Now I gotta bring this up. I gotta ask brothers like, hey,
You also realize that at the house where the portal was stored in the tower, there were only 2 people there.
wait,
Only Mog
Where?
and the Jester. We were the only 2 people guarding the tower in the Nightwood. And you're like, wait a second, this feels like it's all been a little too easy. Right? Like getting to the Shadowlands, like to this point, has been fairly simple. Like you had a fight, but there weren't any undead guards. There were no weird mushroom guards. There was no spider cultists. There was just 2 people guarding the tower and 1 guy, Nostradamicus, and a few skeletons in the courtyard here. Or inside the compound.
I just figured that was our DM being nice.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
That's what you get with your 21. And you start to feel very uneasy about it.
Uneasy. What's up?
Uneasy, like, we shouldn't be lingering here. We shouldn't be staying here in this compound underneath the statue. We should probably be leaving.
So,
I mean, now that we have them unpetrified, I think, yeah, that's probably a wise move.
and did we do the short rest yet?
No.
You have not done the
No,
short
okay.
rest yet.
Okay, I gotta just bring it up and like, guys, I don't like here. This is not right. You know, someone trying to scam you, they will do like this. I've been scammed before. Fuck this shit. Let's get out. Let's go.
Ruin's theory sort of strikes you as truth, Brlyis. You feel that perhaps something more nefarious or foul play is involved here.
You know, I think Ruin's all right there. Okay, Ruin, I'm gonna just because you're right there, I'm gonna give you a gold piece. You can probably head out of here,
As your wife begins to approach you, she's, giving you a hug, and she grabs you by the cheeks, and she leans in, Your children are gathered around your legs. And your wife, she leans in and says, "Kiss me, Brlyis. I miss you." What do you do?
Oh, he doesn't even say anything. He just kisses her.
As soon as you kiss her,
Can
she
can I roll
turns
inside?
to ash,
Fuck, okay.
and the illusion fades. Your
Holy
children,
fuck.
we look down at your feet, and they are skeletons, trying to begin to gnaw at your legs. Then suddenly, you hear thump, 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 coming from the gate. Roll initiative.
Holy no.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
All right,
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
hold on, let me do some stuff. Fix some stuff.
The statues are gone, and all the rest of the statues, all the rest of the statues in the courtyard turn into spirits.
I will say, let me, because like this whole time I've had like detect magic up. After we turned them from stone to human, did I detect magic coming from them?
Technically, yes. Yeah, that is true.
So like, that would have definitely raised my suspicions. I wouldn't have like
Roll advantage on your insight check.
from previous.
Yeah.
I think I rolled like a 2. Let me look.
Okay.
I went too far. Where am I?
That is a really solid point, and I think you definitely deserve the advantage on that.
Yeah, nah.
You realize it just too late, you know?
I figure it was residual magic from the petrification casting, like the depetrification casting. I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what that would be a easily explain. Or maybe I was just too caught up in the moment of happiness and looking up shoe terms.
Exactly.
But now you realize, though, that because you found the rod of petrification, you know that Rin the Nightwalker probably has your family somewhere. So he's using these illusions to harm you.
I mean, he wouldn't have known to use that as a bait thing unless he knew that they were already turned to stone. So he must have them somewhere.
Yep. Which also means he knew that you were
Stone?
he knew that you arrived in the Shadowlands, right?
He knew I was here, and I wonder
Or
why
he knew
he,
we were gonna come here. He might
Yep.
not have known that we had arrived now, but he knew we were gonna come here, and this trap was set for us.
I wonder why he's after me at all. I'm just a little fella. I mean, bigger now that I'm a human.
All right, let me grab one more thing.
I mean, I know more about top edges and toe puffs than I do about fighting.
Please send me this link. I've been looking for a good one, and I'm finding too many modern ones or too many ones that are like shoemaker terms mixed with other things.
It sounded like you had a good one. Okay, I'll do that though.
It was very limited. It had like 2. I got one more in the clip, and that's it. So it's like
Oh, really?
it only had like 20, and like a lot of them were lame.
Yeah, this one's got a lot of good ones. Some of them are modern, but there's. Let me send that to you.
Coming through the gate is a skeletal hill giant and a frost wight. You also have several hateful wraiths surrounding you in the courtyard, which appeared to have
This
been
is
stone.
perfect.
We've got our initiative up. Let me make sure that I've got everything ready here.
They hate me, but they don't even know me. That's kind of racist.
Wait, what?
I'll give it to I'll give that one to you. I liked it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was
Thought and went for it.
terrible, but
Yep.
I loved it.
That's
Wait,
what
what-
puns are.
What did he say? What did he just say?
There's
I
an
missed
enemy
it.
called the Hateful Wraith, and Eric said if they're just hateful to everybody, then they're wraithists.
I missed that. Oh, that's so funny. All right, so it's going to be the.
So bad.
It's
was
very
so
bad.
Yep.
It was good because it was good because of how quick he did it. That was what made it so
Yep.
great.
That's what makes my puns work, is when they're quick in the moment like that. Otherwise, they're terrible.
Yeah, and I just totally ruined it for everybody else by explaining it this long.
Oh, I think
but
over-explaining
also-
is equally funny. I love over-explaining puns.
You're right. There's a point when
Yeah.
you start over-explaining when it does actually get funny again.
Exactly.
It's a bell curve.
We are on the other side of the bell curve now.
This one moves here, and it uses
I always
life.
on the other side.
It uses life drain. It stretches out its shadowy appendage towards you, Rig, and you feel this crackling necrotic energy as it begins to grasp at your cloak. 21 to hit. It deals 24 necrotic damage. Roll a con save.
Oh, this sucks.
Dora, put away on that. I'm getting hugged over here.
That fails. Your maximum hit points are
I'm gonna
reduced.
use my luck to re-roll that just to see if I can.
That passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are all good then.
Luck is a nice feat.
Yes.
It is the skeleton's turn as this child skeleton's beginning to claw at your legs, Brlyis. You thought it was your son, and it's reaching out to you, grasping at your flesh, going, "Father! Father!" It then hits you with 14.
Hits.
You take 8 slashing damage.
No,
Kamaji.
you're not Brandon at all.
Oh, it's my turn. Right? My turn?
Your turn, yep.
Okay. Can you just briefly drop Brlyis's? I just want to know what initiative slot this guy is.
6.
I just wanted 6. Okay. All right, you can put him back. Okay. I am definitely scared. I'm gonna have Brigsby come out here. I'm gonna move 5 feet here.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with Booming Blade. I thank God I did that. It's
Oh my
28 to
God.
hit.
That hits.
Dude, I've been
Oh.
rolling really bad. Oh my God. Okay. 29 slashing damage, magical, and 6 thunder damage.
Okay, hold on. Okay, the 29 does full effect since it's magical. And you said 6 what?
Thunder.
Thunder damage. Let's see. It is resistant to thunder, so that will be only 3.
Woof. Okay. Brigsby's got flyby, so he moves his last 20 feet over here. And then I hit him, so I get a free disengage, which I will use to go 15 feet here. So that's 20 total.
Okay.
And then 10 feet here. Is there anything in this hallway?
You can roll a perception check or
I
investigation.
just mean like basic things to hide behind, like obstacles.
No, the doors are flat on the ground.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. And I'm going to go 10 more. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my bonus action to Blade Song.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. But that'll also give me an extra 10 feet of movement too. So I will go here.
Okay. It is the Hateful Wraith's turn next. It moves here to take position on the other side of Rig. Reaches out with its shadowy appendage. A 17 to hit.
And a 7. Okay, so actually, before you roll that,
Okay.
I have a bend luck penalty from Brlyis, which so I'm going to use this to bend luck and give him bad luck on that. So he has -3, so it goes from 17 to 14.
That misses. I will erase that damage. Okay. Nothing happens. As you evade the shadowy appendage, the necrotic energy sort of cackles off to the side of you. The next Wraith. Let's see. Did you roll stealth over there, Kamaji?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have I used my bonus action to Blade Song instead.
Okay. This is going to move away from Ruin. Ruin, you can take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Also, immediately upon moving, it takes 10 thunder damage, so 5 thunder damage.
5 thunder damage.
Mm.
Okay. Attack of opportunity if you want to use your reaction.
Sure. Wah.
22 hits.
Wah. Whoa, full damage. Huh. Punch is nuts if he got it.
Okay, and that is magical. Awesome. It then is going to move.
By the way, our opportunity attack will always be melee attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you have Warcaster.
Ooh.
You could take it with your ranged weapon actually if you want to, but it'd be with disadvantage.
Oh.
It reaches out to touch you.
Go ahead.
A 10. You slip past as it reaches out, and the necrotic energy blasts against the wall behind you. You feel a certain evil intention by this grasp, that maybe something else perhaps might happen if it does succeed in hitting you.
Something else other than what I've witnessed it do to other people?
Correct, because we haven't seen a failed con save yet.
I see.
Your daughter looks up at you, Brlyis. Daddy, let me eat your leg. She begins to gnaw on it.
Ugh.
You can see Brlyis
come
for just a
on.
second, be like, well, you know, I do want to help you out there. No, you're not Claire.
She tries to bite into you and misses. It then goes to Brigsby.
Well,
Brigsby's
maybe just
gone.
a little nibble.
You know, he's not so unreasonable right
You
there.
do look pretty skinny there.
You know, I had lost a bit of weight. I mean, I put on weight because I'm so tall, but I'm skinnier, you know. You need to put some flesh on those bones, you know.
Is Brigsby moving at all?
He moved his maximum amount.
Okay.
He moves on my turn. I don't know why his initiative isn't synced.
That's
with
fine.
mine. It should.
Rig, the shadows have surrounded you. It is your turn.
All right. So Rig has a spell called Time Step, which is basically like Misty Step, but he completely disappears out of time.
Oh yeah,
He-
I love this.
Yeah. So he is just going to, like, on his next turn, appear over here.
Okay.
But he's like completely vanished from
On his next
like,
turn.
the
Okay.
map.
Okay.
He just disappeared completely.
It is number 9's turn. This hateful wraith is going to move toward Thorolf and reaches out with its life drain. A 20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
29 necrotic damage. Roll a con save.
No.
Oh man, I'm rolling bad today.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken.
What?
So
where do I go to edit that?
you're gonna have. It's kind of an awkward thing. You'll have to maybe keep a note of it on paper, because I don't think there's like a maximum hit point box to keep track of. It'll reduce the whole thing. So I would just keep a note on paper from now on or something.
Does it come back or is it forever?
That's a good question. So this reduction lasts until the creature finishes a long rest. The target dies if this effect reduces it to hit point maximum to 0.
It also just sucks because, like, when you take damage, you can't use potions or
Yes.
whatever. But it's not the worst. I also just want to say quickly, we have like, I feel like it would have been way funnier if we were fighting the 8 hateful wraiths, you know, or the hateful 8 wraiths.
The hateful 8.
When we're only fighting 6 of them, and some other shit. I feel like missed opportunity, but that's just saying.
That's true. That would have been funny. But you don't want any more of it.
And all of a sudden, 2 more wraiths come out.
So one thing you should keep in mind is when it touches you and you fail your con save, you kind of freeze up, and your worst nightmare comes into the forefront of your mind. What is that?
Oh no, somebody's got off to King Rig. They hugged him first, and then they killed him.
And then they chopped your arms off, and you could no longer hug anybody.
No, I feel like they tickled him for hours on end and then killed him.
Tickled King Rig? Oh no, I mean, for me, it's just a fun tickle fight with a rig. That's torture.
It's tickle time.
It's tickle time.
Oh no.
We say that at my work sometimes just to be weird. We're like, it's tickle time. I'm coming for you.
Sounds creepy.
It's very creepy. Luckily, we're all good friends.
That's how Thorolf is.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know how you want to imagine that. It's just Rig being assaulted and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, but also they hug him first, so he's like uncomfortable with it.
I see.
Failed twice.
I almost imagine that he's like seeing this take place in front of him, and he like reaches out to do something, but he doesn't have arms, you know, or he's like totally incapacitated.
Somebody's like stroking Rig's beard while hugging him, like
he has no arms, and he turns back and he sees like his parents and his family, and they all don't have arms and they can't hug each other anymore.
Ooh,
oh my god,
that's so terrifying.
Oh my god,
holy shit.
And I want to see more people fail this save so we can come up with more nightmares for our characters.
No.
The Frost White. It's his turn now. It's going to step forward. Surrender, all of you! Lay your arms down and kneel before Rin the Nightwalker.
You want me to put my arms down? I just had a vision about that.
Kneel! Do you accept his surrender?
Never surrender! Fuck you!
I mean, I guess I could oblige you there. I mean, wait, no, I'm not gonna do that.
If you do not surrender, your souls will be added to the orb. Forever bound to this realm, never to return to the material plane again.
What happens if we do surrender there?
Then you will become servants of the Dark Lord.
It sounds like either way we're stuck here.
Yeah, that's not even better. Fuck you.
Very well. Consume them. He spends his turn with this speech. Let's see. He is then going to... He's going to walk over here. He takes out his longsword, which appears to be coated in some kind of ice, as it's sort of shimmering this very cold blue. He draws it out, and he seems to raise it over his head in preparation to hit the chain for the gate. Or the rope, perhaps. He's preparing an action.
There's a gate? I thought it was like on the ground.
Yeah, there's a gate. Well, there's another gate that's winched up at the top. These are a separate pair of doors. Okay. This hateful wraith's turn. It is going to move here. It has 60 feet of flying, hovering. Reaches out to Ruin with advantage.
Ah, sucker.
19 misses.
Wait. No, actually, that's because I got agile parry, but I shouldn't got that because that's from the last fight. So my AC is 19.
Thank you for being honest. 22 necrotic damage. Roll a con save.
Con save. Next time I'm not being honest.
Oh,
no!
your maximum hit points are reduced by 22. Make sure you take a note of this. As the dark energy seizes you up, you feel like you're choking on your breath. What is your worst nightmare?
Spilling his coffee on the ground.
You reject my wedding. And I lose every gold.
You see a vision of a green field. Everything is there appears to be like festivities prepared for your goblin wedding. Everything just as you would imagine it to be, similar to Queen Helga's ceremony with Rig. And then you flash back. You see Kamaji standing before you in a glade. You walk forward. He seems to be maybe cutting a stick or something, just kind of killing some time, you know. Looks like you guys are in a camp or something on one of your travels. And you walk up to him and you've prepared something. You're fiddling a small stone in your pocket attached to the top of a ring. And you bring it out and you show it to Kamaji. And he turns around and looks at you and you say, "Would you marry me?" And he says, "I would never marry a goblin."
No.
He just throws up in her face.
No.
I was thinking like, what if Ruin spent every last gold piece she had on the most extravagant wedding, and then got left standing at the altar by Kamaji?
Oh, yeah,
That's
oh my
good.
God.
That's good.
Or Kamaji is like standing there, and Ruin comes walking down the aisle, and then like Kamaji just gets fucking fireballed like in front of her, or something like that.
That's definitely better. I like the first one the most. Spending
Why am I
all
so good
the
at
money.
coming up with nightmares? This is probably not good.
You're a nightmare master.
It is Ruin's turn. Make sure
I lose my
that
coffee.
you reduce your maximum hit points. So 59 minus 22, sir.
Yeah, but how isn't you say?
Just keep a note of it.
Yep.
Okay.
37.
Yeah. Okay. I okay.
Oof.
And screw you.
I hope you got some big stuff somewhere.
Garbage bag.
I feel like this is gonna end with some people died.
No, I will never die.
Kamaji ain't gonna die though. I'll tell you that. I got an exit plan already. It only works for just me though.
You never
I'm
know.
super angry now, so I gonna hold out my side and punch this motherfucker who sucked me. Ha!
Okay.
That hit?
That hits.
Nice. So damage is this. And I got agile parry again.
Okay.
And I gonna poking with the side. Yeah. That's second. Damage. Did that hit?
That hits.
Nice. So, oh fuck. This will be 8 because
Okay.
the Swift's layer.
Got it.
And I only got one last key point. I gotta keep it for now. And just do the bonus action punch. Just normal unarmed strike. 1. Huh. And the damage. Nice. And this will be 13.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
And that's my turn. Actually, I wanna try to come here. And I wanna try to come here.
If you do that, you'll take an attack of opportunity from the skeleton.
You know
Number
what?
2.
Actually, I'm gonna come.
If you come here, you wouldn't be taking an attack of opportunity, and you would get out of flanking.
Yeah, I gotta come here. Huh. Stay side by side with
Yeah.
others.
At least for the moment. I mean, they can still move, but
Yeah.
This looks bad.
anything else?
No, that's. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's my turn. I use everything.
Thorolf.
Alright,
Man,
so Thorol,
this sucks.
it's huggy time. Well, let's have a time. And he's gonna take it out, and he's going to, even though he's being attacked, he's gonna try to help Brlyis out. He's gonna go after the one who was his son on that side. And that is 13 to hit.
That hits. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I was reading the wrong one. That's 15 to hit, so that misses.
Alright, so he swings with the hammer and misses. He's very close to being dead, and that's it for Thorolf.
Okay. All right. The hill giant is going to... He's stuck behind the gate because the white went through a small door on the side, and the giant has to go through the larger one. Oh, sorry, 1 second.
Okay, well he's gone. Oh, wait.
Okay, I'm back.
Shit.
It's too late. Let's see.
I had an idea.
It is thumping on the gate with its great club. It appears extremely agitated and ready to charge at you.
Wait, that. Oh, it's out. It's outside of the gate. This guy's trying
sorry, wait
to
a minute.
raise the gate.
Yeah, sorry.
Or I thought he
Sorry, I
lowered the
forgot.
gate.
No, that triggers my prepared action. So that now the guy uses his prepared action to cut the gate, and this guy is going to run through.
To cut the gate or raise
Cut
the gate?
he raises it. I don't know why I said cut.
Also, I wanted to confirm this before I said it and was wrong, but that what you're referring to is called a portcullis.
Portcullis, yes.
Very cool word. Very cool.
It is cool. And actually, I think my plan was to cut it because when it drops, it just crumbles to the ground because the top part that's where the portcullis is being held just is broken. So the whole thing falls over, and that's how he
so
gets
it was
in.
being held. Oh, okay.
And he runs in, and he's going to hit the first person, which will be Thorolf, which is the Great Club. He gets a 13. He's technically... There we go. 16 bludgeoning damage.
Holy fuck.
Who takes that?
That would be Thorolf.
Alright, Thorolf is down.
Okay, second attack goes to Brlyis, 26 to hit. And that will be 15 bludgeoning damage.
He shouldn't have had advantage on Brlyis.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
He got
you're
an
right.
18
Yeah, you're
both
right.
times anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it would have hit.
Just
right away,
saying.
yeah.
Bad habit. My bad. I think goes to the Hateful Wraith. It is going to move here to touch Brlyis.
That misses.
Misses. Prince
I
Elmond.
do not consent to being touched there, fella.
Prince Elmond is going to rage, and he's going to use his Gruzlock Kibblestick Spear Staff against the other child on Brlyis's left, dealing 13 damage. And that will... Oh, it's all... No, I think it's just that. So that will kill the small skeleton. He's then going to move... Oof. Do we have a potion?
He would definitely have a potion. We wouldn't have walked into the Shadowlands without giving him a potion.
Yeah. He's going to use a potion.
There's some in shared treasure even.
Oh, is there?
Yep, there's 10 regular and a couple graders as well. The problem is you have to take all of them and then put some back. As the thing is, they're really annoying.
Okay, that's
an
okay.
update they should make.
He's using a greater healing, so he's gonna heal for 13.
How about this? I'll just take one. Did he have one already, or did you want to use one from shared?
I'm saying that he had one already.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then it goes to the top of the rounds to the Hateful Wraith.
I don't
doesn't-
think Brlyis got a turn in there.
Did he not? I skip him? Oh, I did skip him. Sorry. I don't know how.
Yeah, Brlyis is
Go ahead.
is just going to Misty step out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, so Brlyis is over here now.
Okay.
Oof.
And that's the beginning of the round to the Hateful Wraith. It is going to move toward Prince Elmond. (21 necrotic). That drops Prince Elmond. He fails his con save. He has a dark
Also,
vision of losing all the father figures in his life, including Rig, Kamaji, and his own adopted father, the king.
I hate to be that guy, and also it doesn't matter right now, but he also couldn't have used that potion because he raged with his bonus action.
Oh, you're right. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. So
he still has it. He still has it in his inventory then. All right.
We're fucked.
It goes
We're
to
so
the
fucked.
skeleton warrior. It is going to run toward Brlyis. Do you want to use a reaction, Ruin? Ruin, do you want to use a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? Actually, no. I don't want to use a reaction.
Okay. It goes
Just let
here.
it go.
He uses a scimitar, and it misses. Kamaji.
Okay, I'm just gonna test some stuff real quick. Okay. Well, I can't really get anyway. I don't think. Maybe if I actually wait. That's 30. Okay, I'll go Brigsby here, Kamaji here, and then I'm gonna have to do some crazy shit here in a minute. But I, for now, will Booming Blade this guy and hopefully kill him with this hit. Man, dude, my rolls are just so bad. Thank God I have an advantage.
That hits.
23 to hit. 28 slashing damage.
Magical. That
Plus
kills it.
1 thunder. Thank God. Okay. So
It just sort of explodes in a poof of shadowy cloud. I don't know. And you just hear this cackling beyond it. You can roll an insight check on the cackling. You recognize this cackling. This is the voice of Rin the Nightwalker. You have heard it before in the hut, one of the longhouses back in Fingrove Village, when the voice came in and it swept through like the wind. I don't know if you recall that happening or not.
No, yeah,
A long time ago. It's the same voice.
I want to ask a question here too. So I have this spell, Tensor's Floating Disc.
Okay.
I'll share it in the chat so you can read it. But basically, it makes a platform that could carry a lot of weight that floats 3 feet above the ground. Up to 500 pounds it can hold.
Okay.
It moves when I move within 20 feet of it, but it can't go up or down. I can't go up or down stairs or elevation changes or like across pits or anything like that. But I'm asking, if somebody were happen to move, cast this, and then move 500 feet in 6 seconds with this thing trailing behind them at the same speed, what would happen per se if an enemy was in the way of it?
Oh, wow. You're going how many feet? 500?
In one round, 6 seconds. And I would be doing it in a very creative way so as not to use teleportation. I'd basically be shifting gravity for myself, so I would fall 500 feet in 6 seconds, one round, across the ground, basically. And I'm wondering what would happen if this disc followed me at that same speed and ran into enemies as it did. Because it stops when it runs into objects, but what if it runs into... Would it just carry them with it? Would it inflict any damage onto them? Would it...
It stops when it runs into objects?
It stops when it can't go up or down stairs or anything like that. Like, it can't make any elevation changes.
But it can go through shadows. Right?
Disc remains for the duration. I mean, it doesn't even say... it just follows you, basically. It doesn't even say it stops when it runs into objects, because it just follows you.
I see. Let's see. How can we...
Basically, my plan is to, fall, but I'd be falling a little bit higher up than it would be, so I would be able to fall over these enemies, in which it would be just 3 feet off the ground and be taking them out at the chest or at the knees, basically, in the case of the big guy.
How wide is the disc?
It is 3 feet in diameter.
Okay.
1 inch thick,
That's not
and 1 inch thick.
Let's say it deals a d20 of bludgeoning damage.
But it goes, pushes them out of the way, or does it stop dead? That's more what I want to know. I don't really care about damage as opposed to, it's like a getaway tactic.
Yeah, I mean, they're sort of an ethereal form. They're non-corporeal, so I wouldn't count them as an object per se, because you could technically pass through them. So by passing through them with bludgeoning, they're resistant to that damage, but you could still technically go through them, which means the disc wouldn't stop. So I'm thinking that if you're going to be moving like that, then it would be a d20 of damage, which feels appropriate for moving 500 feet in 6 seconds.
That's fine. I'm cool. I the damage part is irrelevant. I don't want to. It would also. This is also I can't really This involves 3 spell slots and 2 different rounds of doing this.
I see.
So yeah, I can't really. And it also involves me getting everybody on the platform so I can get us all out of here. It's going to be very hard to pull off. But that's my plan. If this is going as bad as it seems like it's going. But for now, I just killed that guy, and I'm out here.
Okay.
I just used 20 feet of movement. Brigsby's used basically all of his movement. And I am going to come right here and yell out, "Group up on me!"
Okay. Anything else?
Oof. I do have a bonus action still, but I can't really do much if I'm yelling. I can't hide. I can take the dodge action, right? I can. Isn't that
Yep.
a thing that I can do with that? With
Yeah, you
cunning
can take
action? No, I actually can't. It's dash, disengage, or hide.
Oh, you mean with your ability.
Bonus action.
I
Yeah,
don't know about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't do anything.
Okay. It's going to go to the Hateful Wraith. It's going to move here. It reaches out with that necrotic energy. A 15 to hit.
Misses.
That's its turn.
I take it they're taking that kind of almost as a taunt, really, for me yelling at them, right?
Yes. And then it goes to Rig. You appear in that square after your time step.
Yeah.
And
So
I
he
also
went to
didn't know what happened either during
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
time.
say, he wouldn't have heard Kamaji doing that. He wouldn't have seen anyone go down. Like he just
Sure.
for him, like no time has passed.
But he will see them down now.
Yeah, he sees them down. He sees the skeleton guy. He's kind of here, and these are like walls he can get ducked behind, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can go around the corner.
I'm gonna put. So Rig would put his hunter's mark on the big number 14.
Okay.
As a bonus action, then he's gonna fire at him. Has the number 14 taken any damage yet?
No.
No.
Okay. So this is the first attack against him. 14 to hit.
That hits. Incredible.
I know. And I do 10 piercing damage.
Okay. It takes full damage.
Alright. Now that he's taken damage, though, I get to do more. Second attack. 23 to hit.
Okay.
And this time he takes 14 piercing damage because I rolled really low.
Okay.
And then Rig just kind of steps back behind the wall.
You have full cover. The Hateful Wraith's turn is next. It moves here to target Ruin.
Come at me! I taunted you!
An 18. That is not... Oh, advantage. 24. 22 necrotic damage. Roll con.
I don't need to roll. I'm dead.
You need to roll the con, though, because I think it affects how you die, right?
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Reduces your hit point maximum, and if it keeps doing that, you die automatically.
Yeah,
You
it's an
actually kind of
auto
want
death.
You kind of want to die actually before they can do that to you.
Yeah, you want to go down, not like you just fucked.
It's another.
Are you still up?
22.
Dead. No, I'm dead. Wait.
You're dead then.
Wait.
Does that remove? You only have 44 hit points?
What's your maximum? It was a 21
now my
and a
maximum
22.
is 37 because it already bring me down 22. But remember, now I have a double side. I'm gonna parry it.
Parry?
I'm gonna try to parry it. Yeah.
It's a 24.
Yes.
It's 22.
That's why I didn't use reaction to use the that's because I thought
I see.
Parry, yeah! I at least parry 17.
Okay.
And so it becomes
good.
just 5. That becomes just 5, so I'm not down yet.
Okay, but you still fail your con save and you reduce your maximum hit points by 22 still. An additional 22.
What? Still 22?
Because you failed your con... He failed his con save again.
No, it reduces his hit point maximum by an amount equal to the damage taken.
So taken. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're totally right. Fucked up.
Okay, so it will be 27. So
yeah, it's
total,
taken.
yeah.
It is taken.
Now I have 32.
You have 32 maximum health? How much? Let's see. What do you have for health? You got 11. Okay.
Okay, so that's actually good. If those are matched up and you die from one of those things, then you're really fucked.
Bro, but that's my only reaction. I can only parry once. Oh, fuck.
Well, I kind of taunted them, so hopefully they come for me.
Actually, I am going to do that instead. It is going to move here. You did your reaction, so there's no one to do
Yeah.
attack of opportunity. That is its turn. It then goes to the Wraith. The Wraith is going to attack Ruin.
It can move to attack me without getting an opportunity attack too. Just saying.
Oh, that's true. I will do that. So 20 to hit.
20 to hit. I will use a reaction to cast Shield,
Okay.
raising my AC to 25 for the round.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
It is Ruin's turn.
I'm still alive. But so I forgot if I trying to drink
Can
potion.
Kamaji also, when he casts Shield, just say, like, now that all the enemies are grouped up on him, when he said group up on me, can I just say, run?
Run to where?
Yeah, you could say that.
I want to say run, like, in a, like, crazed, like, loud voice. Like, I want to, like, channel my inner, like, hero and just be like, run! my inner Gruzlock.
Okay. The call's been made. Everyone should have heard that now that Rig's out of his time spell.
Yep.
It is Ruin's turn.
And I want to
Wait.
I want to kind of like look at them, like try to get these people up that are down, but like we're fucked.
Wait, by the way, Gridlock sticks still like Princess Elmo still
Yeah.
hold it, right?
Still holding it.
So in this like very extreme danger situation, can I let Gridlock like praying to the Corwin like, oh no, not this again, Corwin, give me the power to save my friend.
You want Gruzlock to do that?
To do that. Because
Sure.
he's just a stick. He can do nothing here. It must be,
Yeah. Why don't you roll a religion check with Gruzlock's stat block?
Ah, fuck, religion is -2.
Ooh.
Run! Glory, baby, unstoppable!
You hear a mighty scream come from the kibble stick, and it even so mighty that the white even is distracted momentarily. But it is not
The
enough.
white is number 10.
Yeah, he just looks over. He's not. There's no mechanic involved in it.
Man.
But
right.
the answer is, or there is no answer by Corwin.
At least I
No
tried.
response.
All right. Okay. Oh shit. But so if I trying to give Elmo a potion, that's a bonus action.
It's an action.
Oh, it's an
It's an
action.
action.
It's an action. Oh fuck.
Also remember that like Step of the Wind is disengage and dash, right? Or is that not right? Or it can be both.
It's
One or the other.
yeah, it's or disengage or dash and use bonus action to do that. And I only got one less
Key point.
this is and I can't just run by myself.
I mean, you're just the first person to go, and you're also the lowest health, so you definitely should run because otherwise, if you go down, you're just a bigger burden.
Around to where though? Here? Like
Yeah,
this
that's
is
the way
middle?
out. I mean, that's the only way out, right?
Yes. It is the only
Yeah.
way out because there is a
Yeah,
ceiling to this, and then above this is the statue.
Okay, you know what? So, alright. I give Kamaji a look, and then I nod, and use my... I gotta use Stab of the Wind. This is my last key point. Stab of the Wind, and disengage first, and then I use the my action to do the
Okay.
dash.
Dash.
So I will come to here. Whoosh. So this is like 20.
I mean, if you're disengaging, you can just run straight through these people.
Oh,
Thorolf's
like
down.
everyone.
Just
Yep.
run straight to the gate. Run straight to the
Okay.
gate.
Hooah! So I will be like, I will just gone. Huh.
Okay.
But if I come to here, what do I see outside? There and
Just a vast wasteland. There is like a small, like a trunk where the tree was growing, but it has since withered away.
so no more enemy.
There's no more enemies outside.
All right. So I probably will just let me check out the distance again. So I will just if there is no enemy, I can just run the full distance
Okay.
here,
Yeah.
and that's my turn.
All right, after your turn, the white takes a legendary action. It reaches out and grabs Kamaji's arm with its freezing touch ability. Get ready. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let me just double check something real quick. Shit. Where is it? Bonus to. Okay, I only have a bonus to Constitution saving throws made to maintain concentration.
Gotcha.
Don't have it for regular stuff. 19.
A 19 passes as you break free of his grasp and you feel the chill fade away from your arm. It is now going to go to the
Suck
next,
it.
the next slot, which would be Thorolf.
Okay, so death saving throw.
Roll a 20, roll a 20, roll a 20. Because honestly, I'm not going to save Thorolf. I'm going to save Elmond.
Yep.
Okay.
I can only save one person.
Skeletal giant. It is going to move.
Oh shit!
Here.
Maybe I should save Sorov because
it's-
he's after me.
Making 2 great club attacks. Oh,
Miss. My AC's 25 actually because I still have shield up. It lasts for the
Yeah.
whole turn.
it's Brlyis' turn.
I want to check something real quick.
Wow. Some bad rolls on my part. Actually, before you go, Brlyis, I'm going to take another
my
legendary
AC's
action.
25. It's not that bad of a roll. You got a 19.
Well, I missed some of the the wraith rolls too. I am going to attack with the Frostbite after that turn with legendary action. I'm going to use the longsword. Actually, I'm going to use the longsword. Nat 20. Sorry, that's not the right damage. Should be two-handed. And 46 cold is going to be doubled both dice.
It's a total.
That's the total. 19 slashing and 26 cold damage. That was its legendary action. Second one, it now goes to Brlyis' turn.
Alright, so I could get every single person within range of Kamaji except for number 2 with Hypnotic Pattern. Which would give us time to run.
I have. I mean, I don't want to metagame too hard. I have some thoughts about this battle, but I feel like this is like huge, and I don't want to metagame it too hard. But I think that might be a good idea. I'll say that. But yeah.
So basically, Brlyis is going to Hypnotic Pattern. It's going to also include Kamaji in this case.
Okay.
So everybody besides number 2 in like this center area. So number 16, the all the
Wait,
the
it includes
wraiths,
me?
yeah.
Okay.
That's the only downside is like it's a big square. So to get everybody, I'd also have to get you.
I mean, I probably will die.
That's the downside to it. I could also just leave as Brlyis.
I think leaving's a better choice because I fear that you
Yeah.
will probably die too.
Yep.
Kamaji,
But-
I can actually get out of this.
Yep.
I can get out of
Brlyis was
this.
good. Yeah, because Brlyis can cast a spell and then dash because he can use his meta magic to make it a quicken spell and turn it from a action to a reaction.
I don't think hypnotic pattern would really help that much.
Yep.
And it would be dooming me if I fail to save.
That's what I was thinking. So I am instead going to let's just chaos bolt number 2, the one who's right in front of him, and then
It's a
we're gonna use
ranged attack though, so it would be with disadvantage.
Oh, because he's that close.
Yeah, ranged would have, unless it says melee spell attack.
Yeah, no, it's a ranged one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do that. So I'm gonna do a lot of things with this. I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to get advantage on that roll, so that it makes it a flat roll. I am going to use Quicken Spell so that it becomes a reaction instead of an action, and I am going to Chaos Bolt him at 2nd level.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That is exactly what you needed.
All right, so I do. Let's see, with Chaos Bolt at 2nd level, that is 3d6. Okay, so it's gonna be this plus extra. So there's another d6. 1 extra damage.
That is also exactly what you needed.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, perfect. And then Brlyis dashes
Right
out,
before he dies, he reaches out. Your son's name is what was it?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Daddy, I love you. And then explodes and shattered bones go across the courtyard.
That's not really his son, right?
I'm like 75 to 80% sure you're not the real Brandon.
No, it's not.
And he goes dashing out. And he can dash slightly farther because he's human now.
Okay. After that, it goes to another legendary action. I take the longsword attack against Kamaji. A 19, but advantage. A 19 misses. It then goes to... the Wraith. The Wraith is going to move here to attack Kamaji.
I don't like that laughing.
Advantage. 11, it misses. It then goes to Prince Elmond for the death saving throw. It passes. It goes to the beginning of the round to the Hateful Wraith. It moves here to attack Kamaji. It does not have advantage, but it gets a 25, which is what is needed.
Oh my god, that is exactly what it needs. That kills me.
18
oh my god,
necrotic.
I had
You're
it.
down.
No.
Oh man, if I just survived that, he needed a 19 or a 20. If I survived that, I had the next turn.
But the good news is we get to learn what your nightmare is.
Oh no. My nightmare is this. I was so close to being able to pull off the sick combo.
No way.
What is your nightmare?
Kamaji's nightmare is it's the same as no, I'm just kidding. Kamaji's nightmare would be him discovering some great discovery of magic that he could never share with the world because it was too dark. Something so powerful and dark that he could never share with anybody, and he had to live with that darkest secret and be tempted by that power for his whole life. And then maybe that he would possibly be corrupted by that power. He sees the power of magic before him, and he sees the corruptibility of it, and that's what scares him the most, is the fact that he is so intrigued by it that he sees his own ability to be corrupted by it. And that's what scares him the most, that he could be the person that ends the world as he knows it if he learns too much. But then he's also like driven to keep learning because he wants to be the person that prevents that. So it's a double-edged sword.
So glad
Just
that
like
you told me
Iron
that.
Man. Just like
Kamaji,
Iron Man invent the Ultron.
your turn.
So it's technically Brigsby is still able to be up, I believe. Wait, actually maybe not.
Double
I think he
check.
might be down.
You have to do a death saving throw regardless.
Well, what I'm saying is, if he goes with my turn and he isn't concentration, he can drop a potion in my mouth
True.
with his turn.
Let's check that though. I'm curious to see if it's concentration or not.
It's not.
Okay. So he's up. You want him to drop the potion. That's a bonus action for Brigsby.
Yep.
That brings you
So-
back up. Why don't you roll that?
Yeah. Let's see.
Is he
Obviously-
supposed to go before you or after you though?
He just goes on my turn. At any point on my turn,
Okay.
I believe.
So then you could technically still take a turn. I think we should just double check it, make sure that we're let's see. This is wizard, right?
Oh wait, I've been playing this wrong the whole time. I'm now realizing.
Oh, that's okay.
It rolls its own initiative. I didn't realize that. I missed
Okay.
that line.
That makes sense because it has been rolling its own initiative, which I was confused by. So it goes after
I
you.
never rolled it. That's weird. Okay, well, I'm just gonna roll a death save then.
Okay.
Wait, let me get a mic over here.
Fails. Hateful Wraith's turn. It can move 60 feet. It is going to dash to here. Brigsby's turn.
Okay, Brigsby is going to do that though. He's gonna get me up. Because I might be able to survive with my shield. We'll see. It's gonna be really tough, but 15 health points.
Okay. Hey, yo!
And then-
Welcome in.
Let's see, 20. And then Brigsby's gonna go.
Hey, welcome in. Thank
Back
you for the
behind you.
raid. I appreciate it. We're just playing D&D, Doors to Divinity, which is our D&D campaign that we've been playing for quite a while now. And we're just in the middle of some combat. Anything else from Brigsby?
That's all I can do.
Rig, you're behind the wall. You've heard your friends falling out in the courtyard. What do you do?
Oh right, Rig is. Let's see. I'm just gonna see how much. Yeah, he uses pretty much the entire movement to get out, to be able to see. He kind of like looks over at Kamaji, who had just yelled at people to run, and he kind of makes eye contact and kind of like gives him a nod, like.
Kamaji's like fucking like standing like just he's like fucking. Have you ever anybody seen Berserk?
Yeah, a little
he's
bit.
he's like guts with like the whatever that the bloodlust armor or whatever it's called. He's like literally like on his deathbed, like hanging there, like holding his like his knife in one hand that's like almost on the ground, like the knife tip is like touching the ground, and his other hand is like he's using it as like a counterweight, like swinging at people, like not going down without a fight.
Every time he swings, though, he cuts
badass.
through shadows. But what does Rig do?
And Rig, knowing that like Kamaji has told everyone to run, and that it looks like just totally overwhelmed, I think he's going to try to like. And does he know that like these guys would have run out of the courtyard? Well, I guess they're still being pursued, aren't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
he'd
think he
see
knows
Prince
by now.
Elmond on the ground and Thorolf on the
Yeah.
ground. I feel like that would make a impact in his decision
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. He's
What does
They're
he
not
say?
dead, but they're downed.
yeah. Yeah. He's normally the kind of guy who would like get to safety.
What does he say when he
Or
sees Prince Elman and Thorolf? Or what's he thinking?
yeah, he just sees them. Yeah, like his main thought, like he's struck by them, but his main thing is like, I've got a child of my own coming. I want to
True.
save these folk, but I want to make sure I'm around. Don't want to leave my son the way my pappy left me.
Also, the only
true.
character of yours that hasn't been killed off since the beginning.
I know. I'm the only original character that Eric voiced who's still alive. I want to keep it that way. I've got a lot of practice doing this.
So what do? You run?
No, I am going to use my my time step power. So I make it out here, and then I time step to like just. It would take me to like the here in front of the gate.
Okay.
Wait, you're time
I'm out.
stepping there?
Well, just because like I could get farther time stepping than I could dashing,
Oh, okay.
I see. All right.
and then it also like puts me out of the fight for a minute.
It goes to the Wraith next.
Here we go.
It moves to
The
Brigsby.
onslaught.
A 14 to hit. I think that's
Oh no.
it's gone.
Yeah, Brigsby's dead. Brigsby was the only chance for Brigsby was the only chance for Elman to survive. And now
Yeah.
both me and Elman might die.
After
No.
the Wraith's turn,
As well as Thorolf too.
after the Wraith's turn, the White takes a legendary action with a longsword against Kamaji.
I'm gonna cast shield as a bonus action.
Okay.
So my AC is 20.
It then goes to the Frost White's
Or 25 rather.
25.
sorry.
It then goes to the Frost White's turn, actual turn. What are your... Okay. It is going to make 2 attacks with the longsword against Kamaji.
Miss.
And miss. All right. It
Thank
then goes
God.
to
Oh my
the
God.
Wraith's turn.
That was the thing I was most scared of, and also its legendary actions, so we'll see what happens.
It is going to use Life Drain with advantage. It misses. Thorolf, death saving throw.
Roll a 20, roll a 20, roll a 20. Fuck.
The skeleton giant's turn moves here. It is going to use its great club twice with advantage. Misses
Miss.
both. It goes to Brlyis's turn. Actually,
Brlyis
hold on. Sorry. After that, the Frostwrite is going to use another legendary action. This will be number 2 to do freezing touch. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, Kamaji.
You got this! Not 20!
As it reaches out and grabs your wrist, you feel that chill run up your arm and into your chest. It runs up your throat, and you feel this like encasing of frost take over your body as you become incapacitated and have its speed reduced to 0 until the end of its next turn.
That's me. That's me dead.
Now it's Brlyis's turn.
Okay, so there's still a wraith out here following Ruin, right?
Yes.
Okay. But it's right next to Ruin, so a lot of my area effect things would be not a great idea to do. So we're just going to. We're just gonna chaos bolt it. We're going to use do wraiths count as undead?
Yes.
All right. This might kill Ruin, but it depends. It's called Corpse Explosion. It overloads any undead creature with necrotic energy. It only will kill you if it completely drops number 4 with this attack.
Okay.
Make a con saving throw.
Who is that? The number 4?
The wraith, yeah.
Okay. Con saving throw. 6.
Wait, so you fail, so you take full damage, which is 19 force damage.
Force damage. Okay.
So you're basically swelling with necrotic energy. I'm like making you bloat and rot.
The shadow begins to kind of contort in strange ways as like pieces of it seem to like sort of disappear and it becomes somewhat smaller in size, but it is still intact and it is still present in front of Ruin.
Yeah, if that had killed it, it would have exploded and also like exploded on Ruin.
I see.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And also because I made a spell save, I am going to use that to regain Tide of Chaos by rolling on the Chaos table. So we're going to see what I get.
Ooh.
95. All creatures within 30 feet of me are either are vulnerable to pierce damage for the next minute.
Okay,
Piercing
that does
damage.
not
Oh.
include Rig because Rig is not there. That's really brutal.
Ruin-
Oh my god.
That's so
Both Ruin
brutal.
both Ruin and the Wraith are vulnerable to pierce damage now.
That
Okay.
actually good. That made me can kill this race.
I think it's better for you than it is for me because I don't have anything that deals piercing damage on the Wraiths, so I think you're okay. All right. Anything else
Then
from
I'm also
Brlyis?
I'm also going to see if there's a secondary effect just from casting a spell at all. Nope, it has to be a 1. I forgot to do that last turn, but that's okay.
Oh,
It's
cool.
not a requirement. It's something you can do.
It is the hateful Wraith's turn. You are incapacitated, but you still get I still have to roll for this.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
I still have a 25 too.
it's not enough. It is then my last legendary action for the Frostwight. Longsword with advantage. There it is.
And I'm down.
And you're down. Okay. Prince Elman's turn. Passes.
Oof.
Or I mean fails, excuse me. And then it goes to the Hateful Wraith's turn at the beginning of the round. It is going to dash to here.
Holy fuck.
That's its turn. Kamaji.
Wait, what about my
Oops,
turn?
I didn't mean to roll initiative.
It's okay, I'll delete it.
Wait, what about my turn? You skip me.
Did I skip you on accident? I did skip you. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know why I keep doing that. My eyes sometimes doesn't catch the words on there, so. Yeah, let's take your turn first before I move.
Okay, so I gonna just stab.
Or actually, no, this would happen first.
Stab him. Did that hit?
That hits.
Oh, nice. So this will be piercing damage.
Okay, so that is going to be vulnerability, so it will be double that. 20.
Nice. And
It's magical.
dead
Yep.
yet?
Nope, he's still up.
Okay, extra attack. Hooah. And another one. Hooah. And this is gonna be 8, so it's 16.
Okay, and this is piercing, right?
Yeah,
You said?
piercing.
Okay. Still up? Welcome in,
still
Queen.
up. If that's the case, I
snares.
use my bonus action to stab him with Style your side. Huh.
Okay. That hits.
Yeah. So this will be 10.
Okay. So 20.
Piercing, 10 piercing, yeah.
Yeah,
So
10
it's
piercing.
down. You got it.
Okay, and that's all my... Okay, so...
You look behind you, Ruin, and you see that your friends are all on the floor. Knocked
Holy
out.
fuck, how can I can do nothing here. Man. How can I...
Anything else?
You know what? You know what? I gonna come back here and yelling to the Death Snow White and say, "All right, it's right there. You win. Jeez."
Surrender?
Yeah, everyone's done. I don't want to abandon everyone. All right, I give up. Surrender.
Very well. I accept your surrender. Lay down your arms.
I don't kill anyone, or I'm gonna fucking kill you. I lay down my weapon.
All of these
I don't know how I feel about this, but this is crazy.
all of these shadows move towards the creatures who have fallen. And you guys are ushered in by the very large hill giant, skeletal hill giant.
Hey, don't touch them.
Rig, you become visible again.
Rig, like he's still out of time. Like it's Ruin's turn and Rig hasn't materialized yet.
He also doesn't
True.
know what happens. So he's going to come back in and keep firing.
Exactly. Yep.
I would say
I
that.
think we should. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna because he's like if this is the end of Ruin's turn, and then it goes to Prince Elmond. Right, he already rolled technically, and then it goes to the beginning of the round. So, if you're surrendering, then combat ends and time proceeds as normal. So you would reappear there, and then they would say you have to surrender, and you would hear that. Do you also surrender alongside Ruin?
I mean, and then
I think we
also
should
Brlyis-
play it out as if it was happening in real time. Like, you know, like we should go through those initiative slots as if those people were perceiving that how they were. So like the enemies, like Prince Almond will still roll a death save. The enemies will still be waiting. I'll still roll a death save, and then Rig will come back and realize what's happening, and you know, because that might change it. Like, because like. Both me and Elman don't know what's going on if we roll a nat 20.
Okay,
or like,
true.
Whatever,
true.
you know, it could change a lot of things.
Okay, let's do it. So it was Prince Elmond already rolled, so he's done. It goes to the top of the round to the Hateful Wraith. Ruin surrendered.
Inside now?
Where did Ruin move?
I moved here. I moved
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so like she surrendered, so they're holding. But then
so then what would happen?
We have to get through Rig before we like go out of initiative is what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Well, he would have heard the wraiths and everybody would have heard the surrender and what the response was. So they'd be just waiting. This really only applies to the people that are downed that have initiative slots beforehand, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of awkward just because like, well, not really awkward, but I guess my point was that there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 enemies that go right before Rig, then Rig appears. And then if Rig is surrendering, then it's a moot point.
Yeah, but I also go in there, and if I roll in that 20, I might be up. You know, and then like we're gonna be both up and fighting still, and it might make the surrender moot.
Okay,
is what my point is.
So at the beginning of this round, it's the Hateful Wraith's turn. Because you're surrendering, they're moving towards you, so they dash towards Ruin. They don't attack, but they ready an attack in case you don't actually surrender.
Yeah, that's well said.
These guys are actually dead, so then it is Rig. Rig appears, What does
wait,
Rig do?
oh wait, I thought I was earlier in the initiative. I'm like 11 now. I thought I was like 3 originally. I
I
don't know what
don't.
happened.
Were you? I don't know why you moved. Maybe.
Oh, you know what? I accidentally pressed the initiative button instead of a death save earlier. Is what
Oh
happened.
yeah.
Right. That's what happened. So I'll put you back at what was it? 21?
I was 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was
22.
number 3 or 4.
There
That's
you
my
go.
bad. I'm so sorry. That's
I was
totally my bad.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? You're number 9. I don't understand. Okay, now it makes sense.
My initiative was hidden behind the big bone guy on my screen, so I didn't
Yeah.
see it change. But I did definitely click the initiative dice roll button. It's right next to the death save button.
That's fine.
So
We got you now. So what does Rig do?
But did Kamaji roll his death
I guess Kamaji's got to roll his
failed
death save.
again.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Rig looks around and sees like, "Bro, what you doing?"
I mean, we can abandon them. We can abandon Kamaji.
You're
This is our only way.
only way to survive. Will they spare teammates if we do?
Your companions' life force will be preserved if you lay down your arms now.
And if I don't,
Then your souls will be tethered with the orb to light the way for the shadows.
and what are you gonna do with our life force if we surrender?
That will be determined by the Nightwalker.
This is number 9 who's saying that.
Yes.
Has he taken any damage yet?
Mm-mm. Nope.
He's also a badass.
Yeah.
He's got legendary actions and likely resistances as well.
No
and
one's even like tried to hit him yet, have they?
Nope.
no, he hasn't been touched, dude. Like we are so
Number-
out of our fucking realm right now. We're fucked.
3 of the wraiths have also not been touched. And
We've
the
been here-
ogre has been slightly touched.
The wraiths or whatever, they just suck because of the hit point maximum thing. They're pretty low health. We've killed some of them. We could kill. If it was just them, it would have been a mopping. But that guy with number 9, he changes things.
How far away was the? How do we get in? I'm trying to remember from like previous sessions.
The portal is 12 hours away.
Oh, yeah, not even. Yeah, okay.
Out that door and 12 hours.
I got your
hike through
discounts. Thank you so
Shadowlands.
much. Down to 96,000.
Basically, you're fucked. You're so fucked. Surrender is the best option, to be honest.
So Rig has his bow out. He's doing the calculations, and he puts it down. All right.
Okay. So he puts it down. Then we'll go through this one at a time. Thorolf has... Okay, so this number 8 moves to Kamaji and preserves his life force. You are stabilized, but you are unconscious.
Okay, I took my fails away.
The Frost White, who's next on the list, moves here to Prince Elmont, preserves his life force, and he's stabilized. You just can do 3 successes in a row there, Jeff.
It does. Okay, gotcha.
But you're out. You cannot. You can't take actions or anything.
I don't have any hit points. I'm still 0 hit points.
Yep. This guy goes to Thorolf and does the same thing. So go ahead and do the stabilization there.
I do like that the shard has the stable status and 0 hit points, but I don't like that the picture looks the same as like low health. I think it should be a different picture, like a grayed out.
It should be black.
Picture.
It should be like a black or grayed out. That's a good idea. I like that.
Grayed out picture of what it is.
The skeletal giant picks up Kamaji's body and places it here, and then moves to Rig. Brlyis, it is your turn. This giant is demanding you enter and surrender.
Okay, I mean, if everyone else I know is doing it, I might as well do it too, you know.
All weapons are confiscated. This wraith moves here to support. Ruin, you've given up your stuff already, right? You've thrown down your weapons.
Yes, but I throw down my sai. But they didn't know I got the black metal card.
He never used them in that fight.
Yes, I never use a black metal card in this fight.
You can roll an insight check if you'd like, or perception.
Okay. Inside, of course. Yeah.
If you fuck this up, they're not going to allow you to surrender, and they will kill you all.
I mean, they
But
don't
if you
know that's a
surrender,
weapon, right?
if you surrender, you have a chance here to save the entire party.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surrendering. I'm like, the thing I do is like, okay,
Okay.
look at my weapon. I drop down
I
my
see.
sai, and this spear, and this short bow,
I see.
and the bow. Okay, everything. You see, nothing. But they don't know I can throw the black metal card.
All right. The hill giant is going to roll a perception check. It looks over you and appears that you are okay. You have nothing else lethal on you. They're now preparing you to take you away below this tower, this compound that you're currently in.
Nice.
Give me a
I
moment.
remember. Dun, dun, dun. Whew.
Just give me a second and I'll have it ready. Intense fight. Very intense fight.
Intense for you. Well, it's pretty exciting. But, man.
Okay.
If
Let's see
I
if I can use
notice it, man, this is already a trap.
Oh, that one doesn't work. Hold on. And we can go ahead and take our 5-minute break here if you guys want. Use the restroom. And we'll come back and we'll just kind of set up the map for our next session since it's almost 9.
Okay, sure. I will agree, that was some of the most fun and intense combat we've had. I really wish I got to pull off what I wanted to pull off.
Yeah,
I really
I
needed you to just not roll a 19 on that last guy. You need to roll anything below a 19. You rolled the exact number you needed to hit me. Otherwise, what I would have done is I would have disengaged as a bonus action, picked up Elmond as a free move action, cast Fall as a action, which would have propelled me 500 feet in 6 seconds at a 5-degree angle right through the door. And then I would have cast Fall as a reaction, so I don't take damage on the fall down. And I would have carried Elman with me 500 feet straight out the door.
Man, that would be so cool.
It would have been sick, but I survived all the rolls till the very last roll. It was literally the last roll. He rolled a 19, which is the exact number he needed.
Yep. It was pretty crazy.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll see you in a second. We're in a whole new thing going on here now.
Mm.
Let's finish this encounter. That was the Hateful Wraiths. So this is going to be keep.
I just noticed a thing. Change. I don't need to be a monk anymore. I can level up with other class. But I'm not sure. What's magic? What class use wisdom for magic? For their spell.
What class uses magic for what? Sorry?
Wisdom. We use wisdom for their spell.
Wisdom for their spells?
Druid.
Druid does, yeah.
Druids do.
Rangers? Clerics?
Yes.
Oh, ranger. Maybe ranger is a good idea.
Rig's a ranger.
Yeah.
You don't get quite as many spell slots, but they're pretty good.
Because I'm trying to start it to mix class. I mean subclass.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it gets really fun. Let's see. All right.
Hmm. Wait, I remember this dude.
Yeah, we're just keep that out for now. Tried it, you could buy it, but you'd rather smell. Oh, it's nice of you, dude. Well, I think this is one of our first capture scenes. I don't think you've been captured yet.
It's true, we haven't.
Yeah.
Do we? Yeah, already. I forgot.
Oh, while we're here, let's do a quick shout out to the Majestic Turtle.
Yeah, I'll be back.
There you go. If you're there, Turtle, I hope you've been well. Turn this down.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Just waiting for East.
That was rough.
Yep.
We need to get rig a great bow stat.
Yep. Or just give me like a upgrade the dwarven bow that.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, get him a magical bow. Like, get him a +2 bow.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, we're like capable of doing that. We have the stones for that.
Yeah, because there's already a great bow, a dwarven great bow. It just needs
Problem is that we have mostly
Yep.
phantom quartzes, which I'm curious if that creates a bad weapon or not.
to be. I mean, we do have like pieces of the sunstone.
Do we? Because I think we used most of them.
We left some with Helga.
Okay.
Okay.
What is this?
So-
I'm turning on the haunting pipe organ music. All right. You have been taken below the tower and imprisoned in your own individual cells. Many days have passed. You've been stripped of all your belongings, weapons, armor, food, any kind of health potions, magic items. The only thing that anybody has is Ruin's deck of playing cards. Everyone else is just in their regular clothes. About a week of time
Am I
has
still in my?
passed.
Am I still in my cloak?
You still have your cloak.
Okay.
You say playing card, so that's my black metal card, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. At least I got something.
About a week
So
has
we got
gone
no
by.
potion.
No potions.
Um,
When suddenly a new arrival walks down the stairs and into the dungeon. It is the one and only Elder Lich Galma.
Yeah, fuck this dude.
Hello.
By the way, you say a couple days ago, a couple days being through, so we have long race.
You've had a long rest, yes. But I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw after your long rest.
Okay. Yeah. No, why? Fuck.
Ruin, you have 1 level of exhaustion. Thorolf, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
With the
I
14,
forgot
well,
what this work. Exhaustions.
I always look it up too because I always forget how it works. 'Cause the first level is not too bad. It's like once you get to second level, it gets bad.
Oh, disadvantage on ability check. Okay.
You have been eating gruel and the occasional rat meat, which has been brought to you on a very dirty platter. And a week has gone by, and finally Elder Lich Galmar has arrived in the prison.
Okay. Okay.
Hello there, visitors. I am glad to have finally met you face to face. I have heard your tellings by many of my generals. Now at last I have you in captivity where you belong. You might not appreciate my madness now, but you will come to admire it in time when you learn the ways of Rin the Nightwalker and become a servant to our Dark Lord. Your
Where
training
is he?
will begin now.
He appears here at the front as he walks to each of your cells.
Your name is Brlyis, is it not?
I mean, yeah, it is. What's your name,
Bend.
fella?
I am Elder Lich Galmar. Bend the knee, Brlyis, and begin your journey, so that you may serve our master in the most optimal way. Do not make me
Right.
force you.
I wouldn't dream of it, friend. Well, it sure is nice to meet you. Here, let me get on the knee for you.
You do want to see your wife and children again, don't you?
I mean, yeah, it is. What's your name, fella?
Bend the knee, Brlyis, and begin your journey, so that you may serve our master in the most optimal way. Do not make me force you. You do want to see your wife and children again, don't you?
I mean, yeah, it is. Yes, I do. That's why I'm on my knees.
Good. Now, repeat after me. We give thanks to the Dark Lord.
And we give thanks to the Dark Lord there.
He is our one true savior.
He's our one true savior.
Through him, all things are reborn.
Through him, all things are reborn.
Good.
He moves over to the next cell to Ruin.
Can I during this can I try to like pry any sort of nail or sharp object out of any of the furniture in the room, or maybe just like any sort of like metal component and trying to file it like quickly?
We'll say that over the course of the last week, this is something you've been working on. So why don't you go ahead and roll athletics for athletics. Actually, you know what? Pause. I'm going to say it should be dex based. Let's go with sleight of hand.
I feel like it should be based on
It's more of an
like getting a nail out of a course of a week from like a bed would not be hard. Sharpening it and making it into an actual weapon would be.
My thoughts exactly. Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
You have an object, a shiv.
Like a dagger level.
It does one. It does 1 damage. It's just a shiv.
That's fine.
Goblin girl, I have heard many stories about you. The battle for Stoneguard. You rose to the rank of general, is this correct? Goblin girl, pay attention to me!
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. All right. What are you?
I heard that you rose to the rank of general. Is this correct?
Yeah. Wait. What?
Stop looking at the wall and look at my eyes, goblin girl.
I'm just trying to figure out where you capture my husband.
Ah, yes, I've heard of this. You have fallen in love with Kamaji.
What the hell?
I know
How
much.
do you know?
I know
You
much
are a
about you.
stalker?
My spies have reached many corners of the material plane. Now bend the knee.
Why?
Do it.
He raises his hand as cackling necrotic energy seems to burst forth from his fingertips.
All right. Chill. No need to be. Okay. I bend my knee.
We repeat the same phrase. As before, you say the words. He moves on to the next cell.
Okay.
He paces back and forth in front of your cell there, Kamaji. And
I
he's
just say seated in the corner, like with my knees up, just like sitting, twiddling my thumbs in deep thought.
okay.
Wait. Before he leave, can I do I guess like insight or perception to see, because you remember last time we see him is on Rig's wedding and Ruin I actually like punched him to death, but found out that's just a phantom.
Yes.
Right? That's just fake. So I just want to see if this one is another phantom or it's actually him.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Who? Perception. 18.
Hold on. You realize that this is actually him. It is not a simulacrum like you saw previously.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to know.
Which is what you saw in the dragon before. Now he's in front of Kamaji's cage. He is going to roll an insight check on Kamaji. Roll a charisma. Let's see. Let's do
Are you rolling to see whether or not he sees my shiv?
I'm rolling to gather whether or not you're going to bend the knee. I want to know beforehand.
Okay, I feel like that would be maybe
Charisma
either
check.
charisma saving throw. Yeah, I mean I don't know what he's coming to do. So yeah, I
Sure.
feel like saving throw is the best.
Saving throw. Let's see it.
Oof, man, I've been rolling like trash, dude, all night.
So I get to know ahead of time. Will you bend the knee?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Kamaji is defiant in his nature and will absolutely not.
He knows that then, as he's pacing back and forth in front of your cell. He raises his hand and the necrotic energy begins to crackle at his fingertips. And then suddenly, he casts a spell. Nothing that you would know.
Can I do like a reaction?
Yes.
I want to like tip the bed over and dive behind it.
Okay, you dive behind the bed, but suddenly the noise begins to occur behind you. When you turn around, this shadowy phantom of a creature begins to claw its way out from underneath the stone in the cell, as if it wasn't even there. He has animated dead. As an action, it does not require a corpse or a pile of bones to do so. It is a skeleton which claws its way up from underground and acts according to its actions on its next turn.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Yes. You have no armor on, remember that.
That's true. Okay, yeah, good point. 1 sec. Let me take that off. Oh, you said I had my cloak still on, right?
You have your cloak, but no other kinds of armor and no weapons. And no other bonuses to magical items besides the cloak. Because the cloak kind of, it's just a cloak, right? They might not have seen it.
It's a cloak of elven kind, but yes.
Okay. I think for our case, he wouldn't have known. So, because I don't think he has. I'm fucking myself here. But we already said that this is basically like a cloak that's similar to the cloaks I wear on Caldera. So I feel like he would definitely notice it. Oh, that's true. Let's do.
I mean, it doesn't give me a big bonus. It just gives me a bonus to stealth. So I'm going to take it off because I feel like he would have taken it.
Okay, that's fair. That is a good point.
I'm fucking myself here with my own rules.
There's like, yeah. I hadn't decided if he'd been to Chaldea or not, but that's okay.
I feel like he would at least know of Chaldea, considering his allegiances. Like he would have met some of the elves. Whether or not he went to there or not, they would have probably come to see him. Like there's no way fucking
not necessarily
traveling.
Though. He's the general of the armies on your planet, but not on Chaldea. So
you don't think he'd know that though? Okay,
he might know, but I would just say like I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if he can detect the magic on it. He cannot. So it's been dirtied and it's not clean.
Oh, for sure.
It probably just you didn't notice.
It's got my blood. It's blood soaked at this point. Like I've literally basically died in this thing. Like this thing is like fucked up for sure.
Let's see. So you get to roll first, but this skeleton has crawled out from underneath the stones. Let's see what happens. You have a shiv that does 1 damage.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna cast Booming Blade with the shiv. What do I?
Can you cast Booming Blade without casting implements?
Well, that's a good point. I can, yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can't. I can't.
Wait,
no. The material component is a weapon. It's just vocal and material, and the material component is a weapon.
Okay, so then the shiv would count.
Yeah,
That's pretty dope. So now
I'm
he
just gonna
knows that you have
roll-
it, though.
I'm just gonna roll with a dagger because I'm assuming the thing is finesse.
Yeah. And then it's just 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so that is gonna hit. You've dealt 1 damage to it.
Well, no, because I have sneak attack,
Okay.
and I also cast booming blade as well. So it's gonna be 1 damage plus.
Where are you getting sneak attack though? You don't have advantage, and you're not stealth.
It doesn't. I'm a swashbuckler rogue, so as long as I'm the only person that's within 5 feet of him, I'm able to do sneak attack.
Okay, cool.
Basically, like swashbuckler enables you to do sneak attack as long as you're within melee range. It's just the fun thing about it. But so I'm trying to think about the best way to do this. I guess it's 3d6 plus 1 plus 5, so plus 6. So 19 damage
You kill the skeleton.
with 1 stab without even using the thunder damage that
Yep.
I was also going to add on. And I can I say, because I did it so easily that I didn't even stand up to do it, that I just I was still sitting there like nonchalantly with like knees up, and then like he raised the dead, and I kind of rolled to the side and lifted the bed up, and then the dead raised beside me. I just stabbed it in the neck, and then just pulled my knife down, and just now I'm sitting behind the bed, just being like, if you wanted to kill me, you could have just killed me.
The bones.
What's your play?
clatter.
What's your play here?
The bones clatter against the ground and then dissolve into dust as if they'd never been risen.
Play here is to remind you that if you do not bend the knee, Kamachi, I shall continue to raise stronger and stronger beings until you do.
Well,
Can I hear that?
let's see who breaks first. Cause you know as well as I do that I ain't gonna bend the knee. And then I run up to him and I fucking try and stab him.
Can I hear
Okay.
that from here? Can I hear?
Yeah, you
what
can
they-
hear everything that's happening. Well, hold on a second. We're still in combat. So you took your turn. Are you taking an extra turn, extra attack or something?
No, I'm just saying, if I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna talk to him and until it's my next turn, and when it would be my next turn is when I would strike.
Okay, gotcha.
If he stays around that long, he might just move away from my cage faster than I could even contemplate that. I don't know if he's gonna move away immediately after our conversation, or if he's gonna contemplate his next words.
What he's going to do is, because you refuse to bend the knee, he's going to summon a stronger monster now.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move forward, I'm gonna.
Well, hold on. This is his turn.
This is his action. Okay.
Yeah, this is his turn. So you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, unless you're moving as part of that previous action.
No, I'm not gonna move as part of that. I want to keep my actions secret.
Let me grab this.
Hey, what's going on there?
Okay, and actually, he's not going to use this. He's going to use. What was this one? Hold on 1 second. No, he's going to do this instead. He's going to cast Power Word Bleed.
Con save.
Yes.
Ugh, man, why am I rolling so bad on the most like intense session ever?
Yep.
57.
What is this?
Oof.
You will be my next powerful creature, Kamaji.
Wait! Hey, what the fuck? Hey, stop! This is not a deal!
He then
My turn?
he backs up to talk to his general, and he says,
Oh my god.
Deal with him. Yes, as you wish, Commander.
Wait! That's not our deal! The fuck?
it is the white's turn. The white moves. And he is going to
Wait,
use...
did he have to have sight to do that? Because I was behind the bed.
What did he use? He used Power Word Bleed. Let me check. With a sharp word, you pierce your foe, rupturing veins and arteries. One living creature you can see within range.
He'd have to either force a zombie to drag me out, or he'd have to come in the cage himself.
I will say he's come into the cage then. No, you know what? Not going to fall for that trap.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever do that.
Yeah,
He's way too smart for that.
Then
He would wait until his next turn and drag me out, or he would have somebody else drag me out.
I'll tell you what then. You can take that damage back. And he will not have done that.
How much was it? 52?
57.
My rules lawyering coming in clutch.
I didn't realize you were like fully hidden behind the bed. I assumed you were like
That was
peeking
part
out
of my
or
thing. That was my part of my thing. Was like when he cast something, I like pushed the bed up on its side and then like slid behind it. That was like all I did. Because I know how magic works. Like I'm well skilled in magic. I know that he needs to see me. For most spells. I mean, that's not every spell for sure. Like I know he can still fuck me up, but
he's going to use soul transfer. His let's see.
I want to yell into
no, that doesn't really
Kamaji.
make sense. Let's do.
What the hell? Don't get yourself killed, honey.
Kamaji's not trying to get himself killed, but he's also never gonna bend the knee. That's just not like he would never.
By the way, where is Gridlock stick now?
I'd rather have the character die than not play him to his character, you know?
He summoned a ghoul. He goes back to his commander and he tells him to torture you until you decide to bend the knee. And then he is going to leave. So he's just going to stop here for his turn. And then it goes to the ghoul's turn. The ghoul is going to try and use its claws. A 12 to hit. That misses. It is your turn.
My turn?
Seduce him and then go for his manhood. Your turn.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna like kind of taunt Elder Lich Galmar a little bit, and be like, specifically, I'm gonna say, I knew you weren't capable of fighting your own battles because you had to have Papa Renly come in and save the day every time, huh? You really aren't your own lich. You're just a pawn like the rest of us. And then I stabbed the ghoul with the blade song and my shiv. or I mean, with a booming blade in my shiv, rather.
Okay,
21 to hit,
that hits.
and then I'm gonna do. That's gonna be plus. So 17 damage total.
Okay.
Magical slashing, and then 3 thunder damage.
It's still up. It is going to go next.
Wait, that's not my full turn.
Ooh, sorry.
And then that was my action. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't really want to. I'm gonna move back just because I have a free disengage. I'm gonna move back and make a move towards me. Just cause I can. And that's I can't really do anything else good with my bonus action.
All right, moves forward to attack you. It missed, and then it goes back to you. Elder Lich Galmar is leaving. He's instructed his commander to torture you.
Bring it on, bitch.
And then I'm going to just go ahead and roll to hit, and then you'll kill this thing.
Okay. It'll be this one, 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits. So it's going to
And it's-
die.
Yeah, it's 3d6 plus
It's overkill.
dead.
Go
It's
ahead and add 250 XP to your character sheet.
Me?
Yep, just you.
Okay, done.
Okay. And now we're going to move over here. The commander moves in front of the cell like this. Thorolf, what are you doing?
Thorolf is exhausted. Actually, Thorolf technically, unless somebody knew to do this, wouldn't have ever come back up because as a vampire, he only comes back up when he's in his resting place.
So he's still down. I think they would know that.
Yeah,
so they've probably put you in
okay.
your resting spot inside the cell.
Okay. And he does have his resting spot with him. Okay, if they had done that, he'd be up, but he's exhausted. And so, like, he's just kind of lying down. He doesn't have any of his weapons with him. The only thing he can really do is grapple, but he's not great at that.
Okay. You see a rat scurry across the floor. It's running for like a little
Drink this
hovel
blood.
in the wall.
That's what he has.
You want to try and catch it?
But yeah, I want to drink it because that's the only way I can eat.
Okay, roll a
Unless they
dexterity
bring me
or athletics check.
with disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
You catch
Still get
the
a six.
rat. You sink your teeth into it and drink the the rodent's blood. You can roll a constitution saving throw here to see if you can shake the exhaustion from the drink. You gain another level of exhaustion.
Yep. That wasn't a very good rat.
Rig.
The rat was also fed on just that potion. That was it.
Yep.
There is a hateful wraith that is, marching between or floating between your, in front of your cell here.
Yeah, Rig's just sitting quietly. Like as much as he hates this place, it's also like the most peace and quiet he's gotten in a long time.
I want to know what Rig thinks of the name Wraith for his unborn son.
Not a fan. Thought about Galma. Not a fan of that one either. If I'm lucky enough to get out of here to name my child, I'm definitely not gonna use the name Wraith. Maybe Ray.
Maybe Ray. Prince Elmond is just sitting here on the edge of his bed, staring at the wall. He is quite glum at the moment.
He's alive.
He's alive, though. Every once in a while, he looks over at the skeletal hill giant.
Does he have a window in his room?
There's no windows down here, so just ignore those.
Okay. Fuck.
And that concludes our session for this time. Next time, we will begin the torturing.
No!
Great job, everybody. That was a fun one. We will see you all next time. Until then, happy trails.
I guess I couldn't stand it. Now I finally feel free as we explore this planet. Your help is what I need. Roll the dice and make your move. I've got nothing left to prove. I know that you will have my hand as we navigate the strange land. I know I was feeling trapped. What I needed was liberation. Now I know you got my back as we continue our exploration. Roll the dice and make your move. I've got nothing left to prove. I know that you will have my hand as we navigate the strange land. This strange land.